What's going on, guys? It is Friday, September 9th. We are 9 up. I am your host, Johnny. We have Ariel, the honey badger, here today.
What up?
Josh, the handsome porcupine.
What's up, guys?
Norbert, the dazzling zebra.
Hello, hello.
Namit, the sexy camel.
Yo.
And Adrian, the beautiful flamingo.
Hey guys!
Alright, we're changing up our program to mainly focus on news and other segments and have one guest to join us for Personality Spotlight once a month. With no further ado, we have a new segment for you guys in 2-second weather with none other than our honey badger.
So much rain!
Alright, there you go, guys. It's so much rain. Now to our news segment with Namit the camel. Let us know.
Alright, so let's start with iPhones. Apple announced the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus.
What about it?
Well, it's a new bloody phone.
Damn straight.
I'm not even interested in the new phone.
No, you have to be. See, the thing is, well, I don't know, you don't have to be.
What kind of...
Alright, so, I mean, the regulars like a better battery, a better processor. This time the 7
Better
Plus,
camera, but they do that for every single phone.
Yeah.
They say it's
Yeah.
better in every way.
Yeah.
What's the biggest upgrade in your opinion?
Well,
Or
it's
the
sort of
biggest
like water
change?
resistance is like a big thing. I think it was like long due. I think the biggest change, like one of the cool features I really like is the stereo speakers. Like this, I think it's the first
Oh yeah,
phone,
that,
or
I thought that was.
not,
really
if
cool.
not the first phone, but it's like one of those cool features I was looking
Yeah.
forward to.
I guess
so-
the biggest change though is that they got rid of the audio jack.
Yeah, that's the only
The-
thing to compensate for the stereo.
I don't think it's a problem because even though you have like those all audio jack
I see so many complaints.
headphones,
on
you
the
can
internet.
always use this. They're providing an adapter with every iPhone.
Yeah, that's
the
stupid.
Bluetooth that
That's
looks so
typical
ugly.
Apple right there.
Well, they're trying to
make
change.
something
You know,
new.
they're the ones who set the trend. You know.
This is their way to rip you off even more because
Exactly.
you have to spend another 1,300 Hong Kong
Well,
dollars
that's how much it
That's
costs.
how much
get-
the AirPods
to
are.
get the Bluetooth.
But those are the but
Wait,
How
but
much
you
is the
get
Bluetooth?
any
No.
other brand, right?
No, but they're also providing you with the regular headphones which connect with your new iPhone. So you can't
Yes.
complain, you know. There's nothing to complain about.
I'm gonna complain about how it looks. That's what it is.
Oh.
What looks what?
The-
Have you seen
wireless
how it
headphones?
looks like?
Yeah.
They look like
The
toothbrush,
electric
yeah.
toothbrush heads.
Like,
Yeah,
have
but
you seen
I mean,
it?
you can't see it while you're wearing them, right?
Someone has said that it looks like a tampon without the string.
I don't know.
Straight in your ear, man.
No comment.
Tampon in
around.
your ear.
Without
And with
string.
the AirPods, that's what they're calling them. You can actually use it with Apple devices running the latest software that they're going to announce. So it's not gonna work with your Android phone.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work with your Windows computer.
That's the thing. They're making it so exclusively just for the new system.
And they're $159 a piece.
US dollars, yeah.
A piece.
Well,
I mean, for a pair.
A pair.
a lot of people
Headphones.
like as long as you have an iPhone, it's worth it if you want to buy it. Again, if you
I
want to
think
use regular earphones, Apple gives you a box of earphones every time you buy an iPhone. There are already earphones
Does
out
it
there
come
with
with
the
an adapter?
lightning jack instead of a aux cable. So
In a few years' time, we're gonna look back and think, why did my headphone have a cord in it this whole time?
I love having the cord on.
The cord makes.
It's a bit
it's
easier
so much
because
better.
it's annoying to keep recharging your phone or like
That's
your.
true.
Well, you have to record, or you have to recharge the AirPods,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They last 5 hours.
Five
And then when you
hours.
put them in back in that little case, they charge it.
yeah,
while
and
they're
the
there.
little case has a 25-hour battery life too. So I mean, it can charge you.
Can you recharge the case also?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put
yeah,
your-
yeah.
You recharge
So
that.
the
Yeah,
bat-
it's
the-
like-
How many
Charging
things do you
going
charge?
on.
How many power banks do I have
case
to bring
has-
around to listen to my songs?
The case has a battery life of 25 hours, and the earphones have a battery life of 4 hours. So once you're done using them, you put it back in, and you take out 25 minus for 20.
So
Whatever.
whenever you're not using it,
So
you're
you
kind of
just-
like charging your headphones.
I think that thing should be a charger as an external charger already. So
Right.
then
Oh,
it's
that's
like
a
charging,
good idea,
right? It's
isn't
charging
it?
the earphones and it can charge phones
A phone.
also. So then it's like
That's
serves
true.
both purpose, right?
They'll
That
get
might-
there,
Because you
they'll
don't
get
always
there.
charge your earphones.
That
you
might
can also-
create another market for
exactly.
you know.
That would be.
It's
Yeah.
competitors.
I'm telling
But-
you now, though, so many people are going to lose their AirPods.
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't
You just
someone-
you just end up with one, and you see this guy wearing it, and you just know what happened to him.
Actually,
Like, oh,
you
you two,
Yeah,
you
you
two.
too.
We can actually combine to make one. I'll sell it to you. How about that?
I think you can still use it, even if it's one. What
Yeah,
it
but-
does is it
yeah.
transfers all the audio just to one earpiece.
Yeah, just because the announcement has only been made less than 48 hours, Apple has not actually said what they're going to do if you lose only one of your AirPods. can you actually buy only one of
That's a
them?
very expensive loss.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you lose one, can you imagine you have to buy the
Screwed.
whole thing again?
But here's the thing, why is it a big deal? Something Apple announced, because they're the trendsetter. Apple Pay was announced by Apple, I think last year or 2 years back, right? But the same service was available, but it was barely used. Apple Pay came in the market, and suddenly Samsung Pay, Android Pay, everything was out. Then suddenly you see it at 7-Eleven. You go to there, you see an Apple Pay sign. You go anywhere now, McDonald's, 7-Eleven, Circle K. So it is becoming a thing now. So that's the reason. When Apple announces something or do something, it becomes a big deal in the market.
Okay.
But Apple
Usually,
sets the trend.
yeah. But then usually Apple has a competitor, but then this time the competitor is the Note 7, which is the
Explodes.
explosion bomb.
It's like an
of all
explosive
bombs.
phone, yeah.
Explosive phone. So that's why I think iPhone's actually going to be successful this year, because it has no competitor to actually compete with, right? What other phone can it compete with?
It'll have some soon. Although right now, according to Samsung, their flagship is the Galaxy S7 Edge. So we shouldn't compare. We should actually compare the S7 with the iPhone 7.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
and
the
Note is not the flagship.
No,
It's just there. It's just like a bigger version of the S7.
I was thinking, can you get on a flight with the Note 7?
This is
No, it's on you that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They stop and you can't get on flights
You
with
can't check it in a check-in, but you can
They're banded somehow.
But you can,
Wow.
even if you take it in handbag, you have to keep it turned off, switched off the whole flight.
I think the
Calling
earliest
mass
I think
recall.
the earliest batches sold in Hong Kong are being recalled.
Oh, it's actually worldwide, not just Hong Kong.
Worldwide
They
recall.
did a worldwide recall, so
Shouldn't they have done all these safety checks beforehand?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
that's
What
all.
makes it explode though? That's the question.
battery.
The battery?
Yeah.
Just
Something wrong
So
with
what
that.
is it, like lithium?
They're all lithium-ion batteries, but what Samsung is so, they have created so many smartphones before.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
I've been
happening
using
to
my
them
Note 2
now.
for the past 5 years, and it still hasn't blown
here's
up.
the thing, when something new comes to the market, although they go to a lot of testing and stuff, but sometimes it just happens.
Maybe they rushed it.
I mean, look
They're
at
they
you know what
need
happened
to-
to Xbox 360, the Red Ring of Death.
Oh yeah, I had
Yeah,
that.
That's the glue.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
glue
yeah,
is
I
the
know, I
problem
know.
there.
Listen, test,
They have an
test
open
your
beta.
products.
Right.
Is anyone here planning on getting the 7?
The iPhone 7 or the Note 7?
Uh,
I want to get a 6S.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I'm actually
I've
interested
seen
in going back.
articles online saying experts, quote unquote experts, suggesting to wait till next year's iPhone release because that's their 10th year anniversary.
So what are they gonna
So
do?
they're-
What are they gonna
They've
call it?
probably been
What do they make
holding back on some upgrades for this one for the next one.
Oh.
Okay.
That's what.
Wait,
so-
that's what the
so they could-
discussions.
So this year is the 9th anniversary. They called it iPhone 7.
Yeah.
Next year is the 10th anniversary. Will
They're-
they call it
they'll-
7S?
They'll probably skip the
Or
S
the
and go straight
8?
to 8. That's my guess.
iPhone 8.
Oh.
What if they don't?
if they don't?
Then-
They don't. They come out with
These
some really
experts
bad phone, and
are-
then
They
just
skip
hype
to
slam
iPhone
everybody.
they'll call it
Yeah.
iPhone
If
D.
you waited
Why
for
don't you
10
just
years.
skip 8 and 9 and 7S and all the S's?
Exactly.
Just call it iPhone 10 because it's 10th anniversary.
Oh,
I wouldn't be-
You're
yeah,
thinking
that's-
like a program.
Oh no,
that's
they just call it
annoying.
iPhone X. X is in the Roman numeral.
Oh, I
Like-
Probably.
Right?
Like
Wouldn't
they
that be
have-
cool?
I have a
Xbox.
feeling.
Like
Oh.
they have.
Okay, wait a minute.
How about the iWatch, guys?
Oh, so
Nama, you tell us about
Yeah,
that.
but
Namit has one.
You have an iPhone.
Actually, who in this room has an Apple Watch?
Namit.
Apart from Namit.
Just
I was planning to
Silence.
get one for my dad.
Only Namit has one.
here's the
What do
here-
you think, Namit?
here's the thing, I feel like there isn't much to the new iWatch, except for a better processor and making it all waterproof, and getting an inbuilt GPS, which you don't need because if you're always if you have your watch, your phone it uses your phone's GPS, so you really don't. So for me, it's I really didn't see the reason to buy a new one. And there's a lot of people who I personally knew, a lot of people who were like, no, we'll wait for the next iWatch. It's gonna have FaceTime on it and a camera. Haha, in your face, because it's not. They waited a long time for something which isn't even that different from the previous product.
Mm.
It's the same thing, but a slightly different. Better processor, waterproof, and a GPS inbuilt. That's the only
how
difference.
much are they selling it right now?
It's just about the same as the first one. There
How
are
much
different
is that?
models
How
and
much is that?
There's a big range. They have
they're,
the
it's
premium
vast.
ones,
But the
so-
cheapest one could be in
like
terms
pure
of US dollars. It'll be about $350. That's the starting one. It's not that bad actually. But and they announced a new body it's called Cream Maker. Ceramic, sorry.
Cream maker. You say cream maker.
Cream maker.
So that's gonna stay on this.
Can someone tweet that on
For
our
sure.
podcast
So-
page?
Ceramic.
Ceramic into cream maker. Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys think about the color of it?
What, the phone?
Yeah,
Oh, so this time they announced a new color called Jet Black. And
Jet
then-
Black.
Yeah, and then there's another one called Black, which is just like matte black.
The back and
It's
black.
like it kind of
Back
replaces
in black. Wait, it was always black.
It replaces the
Romantically
black
black.
replaces the space gray, and then there's like silver, rose gold, and gold. But the Jet Black, it's actually it goes through like some weird process, like 9 times sort of polishing, and it's like super glossy. And here's the problem with it: it's a fingerprint magnet. The
Oh, yeah.
people who had hands-on experience say, like, oh, it's gonna have all your fingerprints all over it. And Apple, if you go to their website, you're gonna see like a little disclaimer on the down. It's gonna have like, some microfiber shit and like some scratches on it. So I don't
It's
really
sort of
know.
like a piano, right?
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
how,
yeah.
like the piano.
Yeah.
It's really
Touch
prone
it.
to scratches, and what Apple has done is to encourage people to put a case over it.
Yeah, I recommend
So
you
that-
buying it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that defeats the point in getting a jet black. You have the sexy
That's
new phone,
true.
and then you're gonna slap a case over it, so people can't see you have a jet black iPhone.
Yeah.
So what's the point in getting a jet black one?
So I think that's the reason that it kind of has this elegant feel to it,
Right.
but it's prone to so many bloody disasters.
Yeah.
I
What
thought
other
that
color
you
did
wear gloves when you're doing that.
Apple
Carry
gloves.
gloves.
To
Apple
handle
gloves.
The
Yeah,
handle, I
but
wouldn't be
you keep
surprised
adding
if they
stuff.
come out with Apple gloves.
Eye glove.
For sure.
What else do
Namit,
you use
what,
with
what
that
are
glove?
what are the updates on the camera?
Oh, so the 7 and 7 Plus, they're two phones. So 7 has a 12 megapixel camera, and the 7 Plus has 2 cameras. They're both 12 megapixel. One is a wide lens.
Basically, you can have like depth of field, so you can focus on the person in the foreground and the background, and it has like a much deeper.
That's one of the features. Like imagine
The
yourself.
telephoto lens.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That goes down to 1.4, 1.2.
So with the overall features, would you still get it, Namit?
The AirPod?
No, would you get the iPhone 7?
You ordered
Yeah,
it.
I
already
did
have
before
it.
we started.
You already ordered it.
And-
Oh, okay.
And I'm definitely gonna buy the AirPod. I think it's pretty cool. I don't want to always carry my headphones, especially like since I wear headphones and I don't mind wearing earphones, but it's just really annoying to kind of fold those wire. I don't think my pockets are that small. I can fit them in. I know you were complaining about it earlier. What's your deal with it?
It's too bulky, and I normally put my headphones and my iPhone in the same pocket.
How small
And I
are your
simply-
pockets?
I simply don't have enough space for my phone and the big bulky
Norbert
Yeah,
wears
you
pretty
got
tight
like
shorts.
no. The thing is, you got 2 pockets. What do you put in the other pocket?
wallet and keys.
Just remember, Norbert's shorts are really tight.
Yo, start wearing like cargo shit, man. You're gonna have like multiple pockets in one.
Like pockets all the way down to your thighs.
Apple shorts for all
Honestly-
the Apple shit you need.
Well, actually, I think I saw something like Apple shorts or Apple clothes. It was something there in the market, right? Like, can't remember if it was for Apple or something. So, guys, there's the biggest competitor to Apple is
Samsung.
not just Samsung, but in general in terms of software, it's
Microsoft.
Android.
Android.
Dude, Microsoft, it's like not even 3%. Anyways, now I'm not an Apple fanboy. I have a Samsung too. I've used both of them long enough to understand why Apple is better. And I'll tell you why. Apple owns the hardware and software, and and Samsung doesn't own the software. It's by Google. So the thing is, when Apple makes the software, they make the hardware and software like compatible in such a way. They make it so nice that 1 GB of RAM on an iPhone and 3 GB of RAM on a Samsung, Apple still beats them.
Oh, so
And
Beats.
beats them like in multitasking and responsiveness, and you can actually go through YouTube and look at all these tests, and you'll realize like why is Apple so much better in terms of responsiveness and in terms of
So to just dumb it down for the audience to understand, you're pretty much just saying Apple's
is
better.
Yeah,
That's all I'm hearing
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
all I'm hearing
Apple's
right now.
better than
Everyone's
everyone
like,
else.
Apple's great, Samsung's a piece of shit.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a good phone. It's a good phone. It's just I've had a better experience with the software on Apple.
Sucks.
No, it doesn't. Apple's so much better in software.
Okay, like per price. Let's look at price. Apple's up.
Apple overpriced products.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's what people don't like.
Well, it's
the
actually
overpricing.
it's the service. It's the
So what are you buying with that overpriced? What are you buying for Apple?
you're buying an overpriced phone.
You're buying,
You're
you're
buying
buying the name.
the name, the
I would
service.
say.
So you tell people to get what? What do we recommend? The phone that's out now, in the next month.
I mean, if I recommend if you want to go for Android, it really depends. Some people just don't like iOS. So if you want to go for Android, go ahead and buy Samsung or LG. Those are two good phones out there. I think my first iPhone was a 5S, and since I started using an Apple, I just kind of stuck to it because it was just so convenient. And like what happens is once you start using these services like Apple Music and you have so many subscriptions and everything's in one place, you kind of don't want to move over back from iOS to Android and back and forth, So it was so much easier for me to just stick to one, and Apple hasn't disappointed me in any way. Their software is great.
I had the iPhone 3. Loved it. So it was good. And then I switched to the Note 2.
And
Love that even more.
You had 4.
And now I'm going back to 6S right now.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
No, man, I like Android. I like programming apps on Android, man. Like, there's so much freedom on Android.
Do you like the fact that Android is a little bit more customizable?
Well, I
in
use
terms of
Linux.
running it?
Yeah, I like Linux. I like messy shit. I mean, as long as I can tinker with it, I like it. Apple is just so closed, iPhone's okay. But, man, it's just so expensive. I want to eat also. I want to have money to buy, clothes. Real apples. I want
Real apples.
Yeah. I mean, I respect it. It's a nice phone.
Have you guys thought about the Apple sign? What does it mean?
Oh,
Yeah, Steve Jobs has the little bit.
No, that's the Apple. That's the knowledge of good and evil. When you take a bite, that's when you know knowledge.
There's
It's like an Adam and Eve.
I heard another story.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, so you know Alan Turing, the guy who invented the computer.
Yeah.
The movie, the Imitation Game was based on, yeah. So he was a homosexual, right? So the thing is, it became illegal to be homosexual during that time. So what they did, they put him on hormones to make him un-homosexual.
Yeah.
The thing is, he got so depressed that one day he wanted to commit suicide.
Yeah.
He injected an apple with cyanide and he bit
He ate
it.
it.
Apparently that's what some people say.
Okay, so
That's why it's a bitten apple.
Interesting.
did he die after
Two
eating the
stories.
first bite, or he got to eat the whole apple?
Is that very important, huh? That's so important.
So he took a bite and he was actually really hungry. He was like, I wanted another bite. But then, and they're like, no, we need the logo. It looks good. Just stop.
Okay.
Dude, I ate so many apples, nothing changed.
Because you're not eating any good apples.
Apples are red. What are your thoughts on that?
They're actually white from inside, and they're
Yeah.
green apples too.
So what happens? You get blood.
What's your favorite kind of
Yeah.
apples? What's your favorite kind of apples?
Dude, I like
Fiji ones?
I don't
Fuji?
know. I only like.
Did you know the computer Macintosh is a type of apple?
Whoa.
Well, I thought
I
Macintosh.
thought it was apple. Yeah.
Macintosh apples is a
Oh.
kind
Scottish?
of apples, yes.
I hate the Washington one, the more
Green one?
grainy ones. The grainy, it's like
Yeah, I don't
bright
like the
red.
Like when you
I
eat
don't
it,
know.
it's like all like
It's
soft
like
inside.
that.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, those are
so
annoying.
grainy. I don't
I
like.
like royal apples.
How do we get
This is
iPhone?
This is where the night out comes in. This is where
Toast off.
We're
This is-
so
this is
awkward
the
right
banter.
now.
This
We're
is the night up.
This is the
Guys, I'm
banter.
sorry. We're like light years away from talking about the real apple, and we're talking about all the other apples.
I like apple pie. Apple pie.
I mean,
$5
Not
at
really,
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Oh man.
Oh, and this is the Macintosh apple. I don't like the Macintosh apple.
Oh, it's like
Oh.
The
It's
Japanese one
red.
is my favorite.
Ugh.
really.
The
I
Japanese
used to
one.
like the Fuji apple, but then it got too big.
Oh.
I don't know. Like it kept getting bigger and bigger every year. I was like,
My
whoa.
office had like a fruit basket and it just came with perfect looking apple, and we shared it among like 5 people.
Yeah, exactly. I can't finish one anymore. I feel so
Because they're too
ashamed.
big.
But it was so juicy. I took a bite. It just,
This is the Fuji apple, and I think I like this the most.
Oh wait.
That's a beautiful apple.
It is.
All right, guys, we've strayed way off course from our main topic.
But it's
So I
okay,
guess
guys.
this
We
is
love
where we
you.
end it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the end of our podcast. Thank you guys for listening.
And guys, don't forget to like our page on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and we also have an account up on SoundCloud where we post our episodes.
Tune in for that. Next week's episode, we'll have more news coming up for you. And remember, we're changing up our program, and we're just strictly on news to enhance experience for you guys and to understand our personality.
And we'll
Thank
also
you.
be adding new segments here and there to keep you guys entertained.
All right, love you guys. Peace.
See ya.
Bye.